Hello. We've been to collect some food and somebody made a comment which is quite relevant, that the mount that I had on the what's about an accident there on the rolls was terrible and made them seasick. So I have a human mount who will be nameless, but it's filming. We've just been to collect some food in the old rolls, so I thought we'd let you have a look just to see how it's going at the moment. It's still going okay, and it's a beautiful day up here, and food is on the agenda, which is always good. We've been to a local shop in Cornhill-on-Tweed that does very nice sandwiches and pies, and I'd highly recommend them. Of course, the cost of getting there in this car is rather expensive. It costs more to actually drive to get the food than it does to pay for it. As we'll increase speed here a little bit, of course we'll keep it in the speed limits. You might hear a little bit of tyre noise, and that's obviously because this Rolls is running on truck tyres, which wouldn't be the Rolls-Royce enthusiast's first choice. However, I wouldn't call myself a Rolls enthusiast, and price and availability was key. For a 50-year-old car that was pretty much scrap, it goes around the corners quite nicely. And I can actually talk even over the tyre noise. It's not always like this up here, unfortunately. It is a particularly nice day. For those eagle-eyed Rolls-Royce enthusiasts who may notice that the Spirit of Ecstasy is about 12 inches further away from where I'm sitting than it should be. As I think I mentioned in the other video, I had to do some modifications to the car in order to accommodate some of the modifications. In fact, one of the modifications involved a rather intricate bit of metalwork on the rear arches because the truck tyres were making contact, which was annoying me a little bit. So I took a angle grinder off one of the fire engines and removed enough material to make it silent. Looks fine. I'm not going to look at it very often, but it looks alright. So maintaining the national speed limit. I suppose I should have both hands on the wheel. And so far so good. It's quite a nice drive. I hope this video of the trip is less inducing of the gag reflex. As I said, a few people, I had a friend in Australia who also commented and said he enjoyed it but felt very sick afterwards. But obviously I couldn't hold the phone and drive because that would be illegal, so I had to make something to put it in. One of the things that I need to repair on this car, or look at, as the summer comes along, as the heater's warming up as we're driving along, it's reminding me that I need to look at the air conditioning. And that's something we can address as the weather warms up a little bit. And I'll probably be using one of my favourite refrigerant gases, which is propane. So I'll probably stick something on if anybody's interested to see how we get the air conditioning working. We're passing the local pub. Of course we can't afford to go there because drinks are too expensive. Now we're coming up to see the brakes are actually stopping the car. And we're going through the retirement community, as they call themselves. Arriving back at base very soon, and then we will be having our lunch, which we're not going to film because it's particularly uninteresting, but we will do something else this afternoon. We have a little project that we're going to get started with of something quite silly.